Hi, my name is Tom Delgado, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't go to law school. Yeah, well, anyways, you're probably wondering, who the hell am I? Well, I graduated from Emory Law School in 2000 and something. It doesn't matter. I'm young, that's all that matters. I then passed the New York bar. I came here and worked in law. I actually worked at a startup for a few years. And at one point, actually, with bonuses included, I was making 7 figures. So eat that, all right? And 2 of those figures were after the decimal point, but that doesn't matter, okay? I hated my job. I eventually left to become a comedian, which I still do, and I'm also a New York City tour guide, which means I can teach you everything about New York City except how to succeed here, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be a lawyer if you don't really want to be a lawyer, okay? Don't go to law school. The first reason is that there are too many uninspired lawyers. If you don't stand for something, you're bound to fall for anything. That's a quote that I made up. I've never read it anywhere else before. No one's ever said it before me. I've definitely made up that quote myself. And what it means is that if you go in with no desire to really do it, you're going to fall for what the majority of people who do that thing think or feel, whether it be materialism or anything like that. Usually bad things. A lot of uninspired lawyers, people who were lawyers or law students from the beginning, have veered off their path only to do questionable things. People like Fidel Castro, Richard Nixon, and Ted Bundy. People say I look like Ted Bundy, but I don't really see it. When people aren't fulfilled, it leads to vice. And I ain't talking about the sick magazine and news channel, all right? One of the vices it may lead to is promiscuity, okay? In my office when I worked, it was really bad. We actually had a boss who slept with 2 subordinate females at the office at the same time. Yeah, I know. Hashtag me3. All right, relax. Look, it's a jokey joke, but it was a long time ago. Okay, it was way before women were empowered to speak out against harassment in the United States. Okay, this was like 19 months ago, so don't worry about it. Okay? Now, another vice that it led to was drugs. Okay? A big drug at our office was Adderall. You may know it from the Limitless movie or the TV series. That's pretty much, I think, what the Adderall pill is. Which leads me to my next question. Does anyone watching this have any Adderall? Because you can just send it to me. Okay, the second reason you shouldn't go to law school if you don't really want it is you should just do something else. Okay, if you want to do anything else with that law degree other than be a lawyer, just do that thing. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. There's a common quote, there's so much you can do with a law degree. Everyone's always saying it. I said it before I went to law school, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay, when you go to law school, you're not studying to be a CEO or a journalist or a politician. You're studying to be a lawyer. You're going to graduate as a lawyer. Okay, when you graduate law school, you're a lawyer. The same way when you graduate med school, you're a doctor, and when you graduate art school, you're a dog walker. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, and when you start working in a field that you don't really want to be in, you're not going to like it. Especially when you're working in an office. I worked in an office. I hated it. I hated it so much I smoked cigarettes when I was there. Because when you smoke cigarettes in an office job, you get the benefits of cigarette breaks and dying sooner. I just wanted to get out of there one way or another. You're never going to be good at something you don't like. So you should look to do something you enjoy, because whatever you do, if you don't like it, there's always going to be someone who does like it and is just as smart or smarter than you. So you really don't have a shot to be great at anything you don't like to do. And there are lots of, attorneys or law students who turn their back on the law only to do and become one of the best at their chosen fields. For example, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and Ted Bundy. He's a little different from the first 2, but you get what I'm saying. And look, I understand you got to pay bills, there's lots of different pressures, but if you do want to do something else, just start doing it. Even if you do have to go to law school, well, just do that thing on the side or whatever and see what it becomes. Just do a little bit every day, a little bit every week, whatever. Okay, but at the end, maybe you shouldn't go. Do something else. Dear God, I wish I did, okay? And look, if you don't go to law school and you find trouble, making money and stuff, you could always be a tour guide and make YouTube videos in your room, your apartment where you live with roommates in your 30s. That's great.